Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Mm. I have a thing. Oh, it was just Twitch. Okay, yeah, sorry, I had to pull up my stream chat on my phone because that's how I usually see chat. But my desk is a little bit unorganized at the moment. I need to organize this later. Always comes back to bite me in the butt when I don't stay organized. I gotta do that. I'll put you there for now, and hopefully that doesn't backfire on me. Put you here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Oh, come on. Don't be a butt. Don't be a butt. Okay. Okay. That'll do for now. Yeah, welcome back to another stream. I have coffee. Creme brulee scented. Oh, it's delicious. We got a late stream today. Sorry about that, guys. Starting at 9:23 instead of 6 when I scheduled it. It's because I meant to go to sleep early last night and on time. But what ended up happening was I was working on revising my what was I doing? Oh yeah, some art itineraries. I'm sorry, what? Some art requirements that I wanted to outline to make things a bit smoother and more clarified for my my friend to help me. And while I was doing that, give me a second. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go run grab something. As I was saying, I was working on outlining some art details for my friend, and I got caught up doing that, and then I got in bed a little past when I should have gotten to bed, And then I don't know why I should have put my phone down, close my eyes, go to sleep. I was pretty tired. But no, you know what? You know what happened? I yesterday was my day off, and all day I've been stuck on the YouTube recommend page, and doing some chores. So I was browsing and I wanted a video to put up, and I saw an Invincible clip, and I just kept going and going. I loaded one up, and it spiraled me down this never-ending. Oh, here's another moment from the show. Here's another moment from the show. Here's another moment from the show, and then, I mean, I managed to get my chores done. Not all of them, of course, but yeah, that was fresh on my mind all day today. And when I laid down, I was like, man, I'm on what, issue like 83 right now? I should really finish reading Invincible, right? Because we're in the middle of a season hiatus. They announced season 2 and 3, but we've got no news. So I was like, man, I'm really desperate for some Invincible right now. So I always keep a tab open on my phone of the Invincible comic book, and so oh man, I read through like 10 issues that night, and by the time I was like, oh man, how long is this been going on for? It was already like 1 in the morning. It was 1 in the morning. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be able to get up for today's stream. And I went to sleep immediately, and I tried to wake up around 6, but my alarm went off, my body moved on its own. I can vaguely remember the feeling of waking up before it was lights out again, and I woke up and it was like 8:40. I was like, oh man, get up, right? And by the time I got it was already 9 o'clock. I was like, dang it. So I did my morning routine, brewed up some coffee, and here we are. And I was really dreading today's stream because here's the thing, okay? So let's put on the actual playlist. Oh my god. Here's the actual thing. Oh, sorry. So I might have done an oopsie. So remember how I said no more coroutines? Well, as it turns out, the player script was full of them, and I really didn't like that. And so what I did was, oh, it's working. Oh, it's working. Oh my god, what did I do? I didn't do anything. Oh, I didn't do an oopsie. I didn't do an oopsie. I didn't. Oh, wait, no. No, it's the hurt coroutine. Hurt coroutine works fine. What if I attack though? Okay, yeah. So if I attack, the oopsie happens. Oh, and then when I get completely annihilated, it's perfectly fine. This is mayhem. Oh no. Yeah. So also I can't activate my ability. So I was gonna try and get this finished off screen, but I don't think that's gonna happen, guys. Jeez, come on, Penny. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. We're going to I'm gonna need to finish that in today's stream. I mean, at least you guys don't have to see the boring bits of me setting up the fix for the coroutine, but I'm not done switching it over to the new design, where it's all physics based, right? Because that's the whole point. It should be physics based, not a Oh no, I'm misclicking everything on my tabs. My taskbar. Taskbar, is that what it's called? Like at the bottom? It's called the taskbar, right? You can call it that. I think. Okay, let's yeah, so as you can see, where are we? We're here. So getting hurt works fine. It's the attacking that's the issue. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to check to see what the difference is here, because well, when the player attacks, that's fine, right? The issue is that it takes me forever and I can't do anything. So there's a threshold timer where if the player, every time the player attacks, right? So let me do that, do that, do that, do that. Here we are. So here's the attack, right? Yes. Yes. What? 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 Stay. Stay. What? Wanna sit here? Wanna sit here? Wanna sit here? Hi. Okay. Hey, if you're gonna be here, you need to sit still. Okay, technically, I consider this work, okay? So you're gonna have to let me work. You're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to let me work, okay? Sorry, my dog is being a butt. Don't be a butt. Don't be a butt. Don't be a butt. Don't be a butt. I have a Animal Crossing blanket. It's a small one. It's like, it's good for like wrapping around your shoulders. And it's Tom Nook. And I usually like to wrap my dog in it. My dog likes to like lay on it and stuff. Sit still. Sit still. I'm working. Don't be a butt. Don't be a butt. Last thing you want to be is a butt. Okay, yeah, so the current state, right? Whenever, so it's all event based, right? Like I said, every time that the attack action is triggered, we just activate the buffer, right? And the buffer is really short. It's just to help, you know, with physics updates and updates in general, right? Because in the events happen in the game events update, right? And so that happens every frame, which is perfect for player input, but that's not good for lining with the physics update. So what I did was I did the buffer, and it ticks down every physics update, which is fine, right? And it's a small amount, well, however big the buffer is, right? In any case, what we do is we do that, Yeah. This is weird. I'm gonna have to see how I feel about that. In any case, that buffer is at, you know, whatever value it is during activation. And then here in the check state, right, that gets called every physics update, right? And it says that, hey, if your attack buffer is greater than 0, right, which is usually the case, and your cooldown timer is 0. Oh no, if your attack buffer is greater than 0 and your attack timer is 0, then you start an attack, right? And when you start an attack, your attack timer equals to your attack speed, right? And your combo thresh timer, right? Oh, I see. Well, the attack timer is really the attack speed, right? So every time that you can trigger it. So on top of that, I should say the attack speed, right? Because the cooldown timer is when you finish your combo. And this is for when you center equal to 0 as well, right? Yeah. So how fast the player can activate, right? And then the combo threshold timer is strictly for the combo threshold, right? So if you don't attack again immediately within the time that the threshold is, your combo resets, right? And what I should do is I should say combo timer is equal to current character dot combo cooldown. There you go. Right, so if you don't finish your combo cooldown and you reach the max of your attack phase, right, then you activate the cooldown, right, which is reasonable. I liked it the other way. Yeah. There you go. Right? Yeah. Cool. And this activates exactly once, so that it doesn't keep on activating every time that the attack timer is 0, right? And this activates exactly once as well. Yeah. So that's no need for concern. What the need for concern is that I'm stuck in the update, the attack update, until we break out of it, and that can only happen when attack timer is 0, right? Like that. Or when when current state is not attack. Let's put it that way, right? And yeah, so we can do that. Okay. Right, like that. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. now let's give that a try. What? 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 Ow. What? What's wrong? What's wrong? I know. 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 My mom left the house, so my dog is like, every time my mom leaves, my dog gets really sad. I'm like, am I not good enough for you? Am I not good enough? Well, you don't love me? You don't love me? Hey. Hey. Hey, you're being fussy. You're being fussy. Hey, she'll be home. She'll be home. Hey. 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 You're being a butt. You're being a butt. Don't be a butt. Don't be a butt. You're a butt. Every time you talk, you fart. Every time you talk, you fart. Go. Go. She's dragging the Tom Nook blanket. So cute. Yeah. I put her on my bed. Now she's laying there sadly. That's what happens when you're a butt. Okay. Now every time I attack, I shouldn't break. Okay. Now you see, the thing is, come on guys, come on, sophisticated AI. You know what I'm thinking the issue is? Well, first of all, let's take a look here. What I'm thinking the issue is, once we go into idle, right? So it's neither of those, okay? And it goes all the way down here, right? And what is change? Change is that, right? I don't know why they're saying this. So we can't do that if it's any of that? Well, so whenever we move, right? This is what's happening. We're updating change, right? And what do we do with change here? Well, here if the player's moving, right? I don't know, we have a state for that. Why am I not using it? Why? I don't understand. Right? We have, this is the update movement. It's like, oh, well, as long as no, as long as player state dot moving, right? Oh jeez. Let's just do that. Right? Current state equals that, right? Do that, right? Maybe I'm worried that, like, maybe when you're hurt, right? Well, no, everything else is running on timers. The only thing that depends on, like, the hurt state is the movement, which makes sense, right? But my issue is when the player attacks, right? Why can't That's running every physics update. That's fine. I'm not sure. All right, so if it has something to do with the current state, I don't know. I think it has to do with the check state, right? That makes the most sense, right? So if you're not hurt or attacking or you're doing an action, then just exit the loop. Don't run any more checks, right? But the moment that they stop being that, we run through these checks, right? The attack timer's down, maybe you can't attack, you know what I mean? Like, that's fine. Move on to the next check, right? And that's actions. If it's actions, then you do that, right? I should really make these return clauses or guard clauses. By the way, I learned about those and they've been wonderful, right? Because it's like, well, you know, if you're only checking one conditional out of all of them to be only like one out of all of them to be correct, then really you only need to check the one and then stop there, right? I mean, it's not a killer if you go through every single thing and be like, oh, you know, I need to check I have to make sure that every other one doesn't pass the thing as well, right? But right, this way you can physically separate them. I mean, yeah, you could do it like that as well, right? I mean, I guess it all depends on the person doing that. I mean, guard clauses aren't really that different than just doing a conditional, right? In a long chain. But, I don't know. That's up to me, right? Which one do I like better? Well, for this one makes sense, right? This used to be the disabled state boolean. I realized how dumb that was, so I didn't do it. I changed it out. I was like, look, I already have all these conditionals, right? It's not that hard to read. If you're hurt or attacking or doing that, just exit out the thing, you know what I mean? Like, so I like that better. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I don't really mind. There's no need to complicate it, you know what I mean? Right? Like, I can easily see this, right? Well, maybe if I do this. Right? Do it like that, right? Abilities. And then idle. Good, right? There you go. Yeah, I mean, like, I think that's pretty easy to read. Yeah, there's no need to complicate it, right? If it's readable, then it can. You know what I mean? Like, well, okay, look. In hindsight, I edit these two conditionals, so that's fine. That's why it's easy to read. These ones I haven't gotten to yet. I'll need to optimize this for sure. That looks ugly. Like, for example, I really don't need this. You know what I mean? Like, that's not getting changed every frame anymore. You know what I mean? Like, there you go. I cut out like a couple lines of code. I need an idle duration or AFK duration. Yeah, I'll change it to the minus minus paradigm because that's easier to deal with. There you go. I don't know. It's just minor things like that all over the place that I need to take care of, but you know, I'm only one guy and I gotta juggle everything, so not that I'm complaining, it's just that's why it's taking so long, you know what I mean? Coffee. And ability. And it. Idle and then moving. Oh shoot. There you go. Okay, yeah. There you go. What was I doing? I was doing something. Yeah. When the player attacks, why aren't they exiting out of their thing? Right? When they go into idle, right? So say they're idle. That's not true. Maybe that's not true. Maybe that's not true. Da, 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 right? So say, okay. Right? Oh no. Error? Alright. 278. Okay. 278 is right here. There you go, I shorthanded it. Whoops, my bad. Ooh, coffee does bad things for me. But I don't care. See, this only happens when we're still stuck in the player state. So let's see. What state is the player in? Attacking. See, we never break out of it. So what's the conditional for breaking out? It's when the attack timer is 0. Negative 0.5. What happened? How? How'd that happen? That's a minus minus. You should only be subtracting my integers. Oh, whoops. That's what happened. Let's set this to like 10. Maybe it's because I'm being a little weird with all my timers. That's all fine. That looks fine to me. Maybe that might have been it. Maybe I'm overcomplicating this. Yeah, it was. But Penny attacks. Oh, now what's going on? Oh, the player's stuck in. Where's the player stuck? What state? Basic attack. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're here. We're moving. But why is the running boolean activated? So another thing I need to fix, like here. Take a look here. This monstrosity here has to go. I'm sorry. That's ugly. I thought I was being big brain with the switch statement, but you know, part of knowing when, or you know, part of using a switch statement is that knowing when and when not to do it, and this is clearly not how to do it. I should be updating these in the local thing instead of updating it every frame, because that, oh, look at double time, that's disgusting. I should just get rid of double time and just put a boolean, honestly, or an event that handles that, you know what I mean, the logic for that, instead of like saying, hey, if we're in double time, you know, shut all this down. Now I should be handling it on a event to event basis. So this is ugly. I need to change this, but I've been dreading it, right? Because the moment I do that, all the player booleans are messed up, and I'm gonna have to find every single instance where that doesn't look right. But it's for a worthy cause. I just need to do it. If I could just like go around pointing at things where it's wrong and be like, okay, that's it, change it please, that would be perfect. That would be perfect. See, the issue is I'll know where the problem is, but then I have to actually fix it, and that's the hard part. It's okay, I'll get through it somehow. Okay. But right now the issue is not here. The issue is in the players thing. Dun 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 dun. I need Penny's force to be stronger than that, so like let's do 0.3, a little longer, right? Bum 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 bum. Okay. Oh no, the cooldown timer, the combo cooldown is, oh it's too rough. Oh my god. Oh, okay, maybe that's too long. Maybe that's too long. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, oh no. No. Okay, let's not do that. I want to keep track of Penny's or the idle timers here, or like all the timers I should say. Right, so why did I do 2 there? What's the current attack phase? 0? Combo threshold cooldown timer. So see, I can attack again in that space, right? Okay, that's fine. And then the moment that this goes to 0, cooldown timer should have activated. Yep. Okay, whoa. See, now the issue is that the buffer is too long. I need to lower the buffer. Wow. Buffer duration, let's do even less than that. Let's do 5. Like half of that, right? Let's lower the let's lower Penny's cooldown. So let's like do 25. I feel like that's good. Right, so the player can't spam their attack. Oh, they can, right? Waste it all in one go there. What? Why is that last one happening? Why is that last one happening? You see that? Oh shoot, hold on. Why? What's going on here? Alright, that's fine. Oh. Is it because of the combo threshold? That's what it is. Right? Yeah. Take a look here. Well, here, we set that integer to 0, right? And then this increments by 1 when the attack timer is 0. Where does it play? Where does the actual attack trigger happen? Here. Attacking. What's with the animator? Where are we? Currently attacking, aren't we? That's what's happening. We're in attack 1. Alright. Yep, that looks right. Now why though? It's because the trigger is what happens here. Take a look at the trigger. First I need to get away from all these guys. Alright. The attack trigger is still active even though I finished my combo. And then right, once the idle is done, we trigger attacking again. That's not good. Right? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, take a look here. Take a look here. Right. Anyway, from these guys. Right, finish my thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do that again. Right, so even though I finished my combo, attack is still, the trigger is still set so that the next idle, the next animation cycle, once this idle is finished, it'll trigger any state, right? Because as long as the attacking trigger is set, it'll transition to attacking from any state. So it doesn't care that that's happening. How do I mitigate that? How do I stop that? Because the issue is, right? The issue is that the trigger only happens when the attack happens. You know what I mean? Like, that can only happen when this is 0. Right? Maybe let's try that, right? Because when that's 0, this will trigger, and then when this is less than 0, it'll trigger afterwards, right? It'll run the check afterwards. Well, the check's gonna not happen because we're gonna have this, right? That's gonna be true. That's gonna be bigger than 0. So that's not gonna happen again. Let's give that a try. I think that'll fix it. I need to save it first, I'm sorry. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Oh, nope. Oh! Fix it. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh, come on. Something's going on. Okay, you know, it would help if I didn't have like 50,000 things after me. Okay, sorry guys. I know that we were working on you. You guys will go away. Let's take a look at the player here. I don't need that. I don't need this, so we're gonna be paying attention to these values here. So, attack. Attack timer's down, I can attack again. That's down. Attack again. That's down. Player's in idle. Okay, the moment it goes to 0. Cooldown timer activates. Right? Is trigger. No? Good. Oh, it happened. It happened. What happened there? Why? What's it happening? Cooldown timer is greater than that. How's that possible? I attacked again. Oh! It's because of here. It's because of here. Oh. So we go from 0 to 1, right? So that's 1 attack, and then 1 to 2. That's 2 attacks, and then 2 to 3. That's 3 attacks, right? And then that will only increase. There you go. I have my math wrong. I'm sorry. Which is often the case. Right? So let's give that a try. I think that'll fix it. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Okay. Something's going on here. Why are we in idle? Even though I'm triggering attack. Idle only happens when the attack timer is equal to 0. Oh, is the attack timer not resetting? Oh, it is. What's going on? Why are we stuck in idle? Attack timer is 5. Combo threshold timer is 35. Why are we stuck in idle? Well, we're attacking, but why? Why are we in idle when? As long as idle is true, idle's not true. We didn't trigger idle. We're triggering attack. What's attack phase? 60. 60? What? That's why. Yeah, that's no good. That's no bueno. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah. That's not good at all. We need to fix that. Why? You know what? Because I didn't reset it. I'm sorry. Like that, right? There you go. Right. Should that fix it? Hopefully. Awesome. Okay. Maybe the cooldown timer needs to be a little slower. I mean, lower. Words. My mouth. And I'm thinking buffers should stay at 10 still. I thought the issue was that I was triggering it automatically. I think 10 is a good duration for the buffer. It's just that we were running some issues there. So let's try that again. Oh, it feels much more responsive, yeah. Why can I change directions but not in the middle of an update? I'm getting a late update on all of my movement changes. Right? See that? I wonder why. Well, oh, you know why? It's because that only happens when we're moving. Where's our movement? Well, here we are. We're doing the last vector though. Why is it? So, when the player attacks, they shouldn't be able to change directions until after. Right? What's happening? So that when the player moves, change is happening because the movement event is happening. So in the update, I need to unsubscribe from the event. Do that. G dot on movement input minus equal movement action. Right. There you go. Let's give that a try. What am I listening to? Chibi Robo Photo Finder, Justice Training. Interesting. I don't know what this is, but you know what? Sounds like pretty interesting. All right, let's give this a try. Right. Oh, well, I can still change directions, that's for sure. Nice. That it literally changes nothing. I can still move around. Oh, no. You know what? It's because it's not a game event. I'm sorry. Wait, no. It is. It is a game event because look. What happens here? On the player movement. Right? Change is the one that's affected. And that's the one that's changing last vector. Right? That's a bad spot for it. Theoretically, it should only be when the player stops moving. Right? So what's happening in the game events? The game event's updating every frame. Right? We're passing that in. So we're getting a movement input every frame, no matter what happens, right? No, as long as it's not equal to 0, right? Well, if it's not equal to 0, then it's not going to trigger. But the issue is that change gets set to 0 every frame that the player moves, right? Somewhere. I can't find where though. Update movement? Yeah, move character here. It gets updated to 0. Right? So really, what needs to happen is this. Right? Every time that this is called. And that's every time that's not 0. Let's give that a try. Ah, I don't like that. Why is the player changing their thing? Because look, every time that the I'm not doing it fast enough. Right? So the player's moving backwards. Right? So what is last movement? What's last vector? Minus. You see that? How's that possible? You know what I mean? Right? Do you see that? Even though it's back, last vector is forward. This happens every frame, right? This updates every frame. There's no need for a update movement animation. Just put that in the update and movement, right? I need to move character, update, movement. There you go. That's gonna break a lot of things. Sorry. That's gonna break a lot of things. I'm gonna have to fix that. This doesn't need to be on the bottom, it could be on the top. Alright. Alright, that's fine. We'll just change it to if current state equals moving, then we'll move to player. Otherwise, don't, right? There you go. Right. Looks good. But it's still not fixing the player movement thing issue. So let's see. Last vector. Where is it being used? It's being used in the attack update, right? Where is that getting changed? That equals that, right? And that only happens when we subscribe to the event. But here's the thing. Nothing's happening. You can't. You literally can't. Right? Look here. When we're attacking, we literally can't update it. It's not subscribed. You can only subscribe here. What if I never, right? Theoretically, that should never update. Theoretically. Yep, that's right. So what's going on? So let me demonstrate one last time. Right. Let's do this. Right. 1, 2. Right. Now you can't change directions because it's not subscribed to the event. So let's try that again. Oops. All right. Why is this happening? It's because movement. Okay, now let's take a look at the player. Change is 0. Change is not 0. Or an idle. Oh, see, there you go. Let's take a look here. Why are we in idle? Because change is equal to 0. No, that's not the case. It's because that's 0. That should only be 0 whenever the player's done moving. Sorry about that. Let's give that a try again. There you go. There you go. Oh, that feels perfect. No more coroutines. Yes, everything is consistent except for abilities, which I still can't activate. The moving boolean is broken, but I don't know why. Oh, it's because we're moving. But when we attack, we're in idle. The moment we start moving, it breaks everything. Okay. That was pretty good for the first hour. I'll tell you what, guys. I will take a short break. I gotta use the little men's room. And I will be right back. Okay? Cool. Catch you in a bit. Hello, I am back. Woo. Haven't sipped my coffee. And the thing with coffee is that I might have mentioned that I don't have the highest lactose tolerance, so you know, drinking any dairy definitely messes up my stomach. And yesterday I had ice cream and I didn't feel anything until just now. So maybe that compounded with a diuretic like coffee and the milk in it, well, that awoke something in me. Okay, enough of that. Where? Oh, hold on. Give me a second. Okay, I will be right back because I have to grab something. Sorry. I have received gifts. Mother has bestowed upon me cheap Costco food. Oh, I don't know, man. Something about the cost and the health risks. Welcome to the ASMR stream. Didn't mean for this, but now it is. Yeah, I'm probably gonna eat this before it goes cold, so. Because no one likes cold pizza. And if you do, you're a monster. Maybe I should make that a thing. Have an item called cold pizza if you eat it. Want imagination back? Warm pizza is 3 imagination back. No. They'll be the exact same. Warm and cold pizza gives you a 3 imagination back. Only difference is cold pizza will give you a status affliction, and the status affliction does nothing. And all it says is people are judging you. Same if you eat a pineapple on pizza. That's gonna start a war. I know that much. I don't know why I trying to do anything. This looks more interesting. Sorry about this, guys. Go for some ranch on the pizza. That'd be great. Okay. One more slice. And good to continue working. I had this thought about how would humanity react if we had like actual confirmation that there was an alien, or like aliens from other planets were real, sentient aliens. Right. I mean, judging from human history, people who are different from you don't tend to get along with each other. it's not just that. You know, the differences are easy, you know, blamers, but I think it's just human natural desire for, I feel like conquest is a big word to describe expansionism, but you see it, right? Because someone else has something that you want and you take it so that your resources are, you know, under your management. And only recently things have changed because of the advancement in globalism, where, you know, it's less expensive, you know, to trade with other people now that modern society is equipped to deal with that, right? Back then, it's cheaper to raid the nearby kingdoms than, you know, say trade with them over vast amounts of distances. I mean, traders and merchants were lower class citizens, right? Nowadays they're at the top of the food chain. Or at least the most ruthless or the most luckiest are. I don't know. It's a matter of will it be cheaper to befriend aliens, or, you know, risk warfare with each other? It was good for German economy for the boom of the Second World War, right? Feels oddly sociopathic to think of it like that, but, you know, unless you understand people's motivations, then, you know, and react purely on gut instinct and raw emotion, then you'll never understand the truth, you know what I mean? And maybe some people don't want to, but people who want to make change have to. You can't be driven by revolt and disgust and have that guide your actions, right? Because those people who commit atrocities don't have the same reaction. Right? And if you can understand that, then you can stop that. That's just me though. I'm talking too much. I try to keep my thoughts to myself, because I'm no expert. I'm just as valid as the next crazy guy, right? And I think it's healthy to keep yourself in check, to know that you don't know everything and that your insights could be wrong. It's gonna go on record one day. Maybe I'll get cancelled for seeming like an apologist. But until that day happens, we're going back to work. Okay. Where were we? Hopefully grease doesn't get all over my keyboard. That would be bad. Okay. We managed to fix the issue where that happens. Okay, now the issue is that we're running when we shouldn't be. I think if we can finish the refactoring of the player code, tomorrow what we'll do is we'll work on implementing the other enemy type, the last enemy type, the which one is it? The time waster nightmares? No, time wasters are regular bullet emitters. By the way, I need to make those official classes objects, right? Because these are defaults. So the performance nightmares, sorry. Those would be tricky. Furthermore, I need to edit the time waster nightmares code such that they try to, when they walk up against the wall, they go the other way. Yeah. And yeah. But for now, we'll work on the player thing. We need to fix the movement and get the action buffer working. I don't know why it's not working. I don't know what this track is, but I love it. Nintendo Power, GB memory, main menu. Nintendo Power, GB, Game Boy? Hold on, what is that? Oh, interesting. Oh, it is. Forest of Illusion has recently released dumps of GB memory cartridges. One of them has a 7R 1998 label on it. Meant to be dated 1999, suggesting a repurposed cartridge. Oh, interesting. Cool. Niche and obscure. I guess that makes sense. Let's see here. So that's fine. That's fine. Ooh. Oh jeez. There you go. action timer equals action speed. Something about action duration. That's what it is. And cooldown duration timer. Action timer? Yeah. There you go. Cool. I can save some lines of code here by doing this. Invulnerable equals vulnerable equals active true false, right? So if active is true, that's true. And then if active is false, then that's false. Okay, cool. That should do it. Oh, there you go. Something happened. Let's see here. Okay. Action force is 2. Let's make that bigger. Spread it over that much. That might be a bad idea. I don't know. Action speed is about, let's make that 20. Right? And then the cooldown is 20 as well. So the duration is 20 and then cooldown's 20, right? Let's give that a try. Right. So it should be able to activate pretty quickly. Let's look at the player script. Oh my god, no. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. Penny, zoom in. Let's reel that back a little bit. Just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. That's no bueno. Okay. Maybe 4 with 3 or 2 even. Let's give that a try. Ah, it's so slow. Point 3 will be a bit bigger. I can tell that much. But it's so slow. See, that's the thing. players shouldn't be able to move. Yeah, see that? Cooldown timer. Jeez. And he's way too nimble, oh my god. So what I'm thinking is, hear me out, right? What we do is we do that, 0.25, that, right? How about we give that a try? There you go. Maybe not that much, 4.5. Let's try that. Okay, 2.5 is too fast now. Let's try 4.5. No, if we're going slower, then it should be. Let's try 5. Let's try 6. I think 0.2 is the best duration. Oh, I might regret that. Let's make it 8. Okay, maybe 1.75 or 0.175. If not, 1.15. 0.15. Does the force just not matter? Am I like doing something wrong here? It's a scalar. There you go. I'm about to say. So let's do 10. If not 15, and if not 12. It's just so slow, that's the thing. Okay, maybe too much. 12.5. Yeah, I like 12. It's a good number. Yeah, but you shouldn't be able to move around when you're doing that. Right? Oh, but it doesn't.
First of all, you shouldn't be able to move around while this is going on, right? Right? 1, 2, 1, 2, like almost 2 seconds, right? Let's try it again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh no. Is it the code that's activating faster than... Let's look at the values here. Oh, it's happening quickly. Does fixed update not get affected when I activate slow time? Not sure. Interesting. In any case, what I need to do is fix it so that Penny can't move like that, because that's not good if she does. What the heck? Oops. Like that. And then here, this is false. Not true, really. There you go. Reduce the number of code. You do. The issue is, why is it like that? Let's compare this rigid body to that rigid body. It is effectively the same thing. Alright. Now, why are you moving? You should be able to move. I have it in the code that you can't. Right? I unsubscribed. Yes. How is that possible? How are you doing that? Oh, you know what it is? I bet you it's just because it's not long enough. So let's do action speed of like 40 or something. See, the thing is that last vector, where does last vector update? In the movement action. Oh wow, who would have thunk? Oh, you precious, precious, precious. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do that. That's the first thing you will see, that you cannot change the course of direction. Before everything else, that's what happens. Alright, never mind, that fixed nothing. Shouldn't be able to do that. Come on now. I should not be able to lap Hershey within less than a second. Okay. Look. How is this possible? Alright, that's any state. Oh, sorry. Give me a second. My mother's home. I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back. Sorry about the hold up. Okay, cool. So I'm so confused. So why is it that way? Right? Because look, the event only happens when we're subscribed to that. You know what I mean? Update movement. It's called every frame as long as the player is moving, they should move. That change will be 0. Alright. That's all it is. So let's do debug.log. See if this is getting called. Hit, right? Well, let's pass in change, right? Hopefully that has a toString method. Yep, that's right. Invoking on movement, right? So that's all right on movement, right? The issue is that I shouldn't be subscribed. I'm not subscribed. That's the thing. When we activate that, I'm not subscribed. So I don't understand what's going on. Why am I... Oh man, dude. Find out where I'm subscribed. Let's think about this, right? This gets called once at the start. This gets called when player unsubscribes, right? Subscribe when we're moving. Subscribing when... I mean, when the timer activates once, right? Then we unsubscribe from that, right? It activates once at start. Oh no! Oh no! That's why. At start, everything is 0. Oh no, dude. So I need to set it equal to 1? Oh, that's so annoying though. Let's do this. At the start, we'll take all of our timers. So these are all of our timers, so we'll go -1 on all of them. That's so obnoxious. Oh my god. There you go. Give that a try. No, I'm still subscribed. Dude. I just don't understand how's it updating? Like, yeah, I get it. It's getting called every frame. It's just that players shouldn't be listening to it. You know what I mean? Like, so let's do this. Debug.log subscribe call, right? Unsubscribe. So that's the good thing about this, is that we can track it, right? So we know it's getting called here, right? Unsubscribe, right? Well, we already know it's getting called there, right? Because we put in the method. I'm sorry. I just need all the times that it isn't. So right, do that. Do that. Unsubscribe call, and then this is an unsubscribe call. Right? That way we'll track it through the debug manager. Right? With the debug logs. Let's clear that. So on startup, how many times is it called? We subscribe to it twice. Why? Unsubscribe call, subscribe call. Yeah. Subscribe, unsubscribe. That's, I'm calling it twice? Why? See, that's the issue. I have 2 instances of the subscribe. So what? Where? Game event subscribe. Alright. Cool. Like that, right? Game event subscribe, right? Game event subscribe. This calls it once. Yeah. Let me think here. Right? The debug. And this is the unsubscribe. Pause player action. Okay, sure. Subscribe. Log. That's cool. That's cool. This one is a bit sus. Why is the timer set there? Well, it's in case the player gets hit. And when the player gets hit, they unsubscribe, right? What's the stun timer at? Aha! I found it! These need to be -1. Also, I don't need that anymore. There you go. Here you go. All the culprits in one place. You can't hide from Detective Me. I'm too good. There you go. The name start time does not exist. What? I don't need start time anymore. Are you kidding me? 4:22 and 4:40. Okay. Here. Be gone. Be gone. There you go. That's one less thing to track. And one step closer. So. This should call it. Yes! Oh. Feels like the dynamics completely changed. I have to see how I feel about that. Okay, maybe that dash might be a bit too long now. Let's make that maybe 15. I think that might be a good duration. Let's make it 10, and then let's make the cooldown longer than that. Let's do 30. Hooray! Everything is perfect. Now I just have to implement the same logic for the camera, because the camera does weird things when you try to move, and it shouldn't do that because that'll confuse the player. What is the vectors that are happening here? what I'm thinking is it might be a better idea to now, how does this feel with enemies in it? With enemies, let's try that. Jeez, why are you all the way out there? Detected. Detected, cool. Let's give it a try. I stop while enemies are all continuing together. That's interesting. Oh jeez. What? Did they not get hurt? What happened? What happened? Why? Something's wrong. They're not getting hurt. Why are they not getting hurt? Why aren't you getting hurt? They aren't getting hurt. What's going on? Oh, that's right. I got rid of the code that turns it on. It should just be on. There you go. Cool. That should just be on. I don't know why. Something's going on. Why is this turning off? Something's happening. I'm not sure. What's turning off the player's hitbox? Oh, not hurtbox, hitbox. We have game objects here that try and affect that? No. Something is triggering to turn off the player. It might be in the party manager. Hmm. It happens on start. You know what? Set active. Here we are. There we are. I found it. Gotcha. Cool. That should do it. Alright, I can hit people now. Hopefully. Might want to turn the buffer up though, I'm thinking. Oh, them getting knocked back further is definitely really good. I like that. Let's you know what, let's do this for both of you guys. Let's for now, right? Let's turn down the summon duration. Let's do it like 200 so I get overwhelmed for testing purposes. Now the issue is that they only spawn direct attackers, so I'm like, what? What's the point of like having the other guys if you're not gonna spawn them? You know what I mean? Like, oh jeez, I feel like the cooldown might be a bit too low. Oh jeez. I'm just getting overwhelmed. Okay. Does getting hurt by a bullet affect the player's ability to input? Maybe. I don't know. But I'll have to fix the bull methods. The bull method that updates the player's thing, and just have it be based on logic updates instead of like discrete updates. I mean, constant updates. It should be discrete updates. Sorry. When the player gets hurt, that sucks. But to be fair, the issue is that the reason the player's losing so much health here is because it's on trigger stay that the hurt thing is happening. The issue is that when you're hurt, you shouldn't be able to call hurt again. You know what I mean? So it's just like literally every frame that they're in, the player is inside the enemy collision, it's updating like attack or hurt like as fast as it can. Look, see what I mean? That shouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? Like, so also the enemies shouldn't be able to hurt you until you recover. The stun lasts shorter than the recovery. So really, the player shouldn't be able to be hurt again until recovery is completely finished. Also, yeah, the issue with enemy, the imminent nightmares being stuck up against the wall is annoying. And the imagination orbs clumping up on the player like that. That's also annoying. I'm thinking I should lower or higher the buffer because it's annoying when that happens. Also lower the cooldown timer is what I'm thinking. the combo cooldown. So let's do that. Let's lower the combo cooldown. Alright, so that's okay. Combo threshold, let's lower the combo cooldown to 10, right? The attack speed, let's make it like 5. Right? Oh, the issue is that the attack buffer. No, I think the attack speed should be every 15. Right. How does that feel? One, two, three. Okay, maybe a bit too fast. Let's lower that. Or higher that to 18. So it's almost twice the length of the buffer. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that feels a lot better. The timing feels like it works out more naturally. Yeah, and the thing works out a lot better. I don't know, I feel like the player should have control of where their swing is more accurately than, let's say, a dodge, right? Oh, see? Something happened. What happened with the dodge? Now it's not happening right. Right? Something happened. And the player gets stun locked. See that? When they're surrounded by enemies. But that's easy to fix in the code. It's like, I designed it so that the player couldn't. Now I'm just need to fix some logic errors. Right? These guys are tanky. I don't know what they're made of, dude. Oh my god. Okay, these guys feel like threats now. That's what I would say. Is like, if you don't handle them quick, they quickly become a pain in the butt. You, oh my god. Yeah, that's the dynamic I kind of want. Interesting. I think they were stuck on the avoidance pathfinding. Right? See, when the player's hurt and the thing doesn't recover, right? What should happen is so I think see, it makes more sense that the player should only dodge in one direction, right? As opposed to like flying all over the place really fast, right? But I don't know. It feels better. Like when you're playing, it feels better to have that free range of movement. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to lock the player down like that, but it's kind of OP when you think about it, right? I mean, at the very least, I don't want that for the attack. The player should have free range of attack. That's my opinion. Because it's too awkward to fight enemies like that when you can't control where you're looking. In the hurt method, I need to check, right? If that, right? And g dot on movement input plus equal action. Should it matter that the player can't move? No, but because we're using the update hurt method for general, then I should always include that bit. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. Oh shoot, what? Whoops. Oops, there you go. What the heck? Yeah, that feels a lot better. Omnidirectional attack. So the player can... Right. So at the very least, they'll be able to move around like that, and then when it gets hairy, then they'll dodge like that, right? And so it feels better that way. Yeah, it feels a lot better now that that's happened. I should make an event called on player invincible or invulnerable, right? That's what I'll do. Let's make that an event, right? Here. We'll call it GE dot player vulnerable, right? And that should be a player event. We'll call that public void player invulnerable, right? And then on player invulnerable dot invoke, right? We'll do that. We'll say that. Then what we'll do is we'll put that as an event up here. Public event action. Oops. Player invulnerable. On player invulnerable. I'm sorry. There you go. And now that's an event that every other script can listen to and update accordingly. Solarized Dark, best theme ever. Oh, for Visual Studios? Yeah. Well, I just wanted a dark theme because, you know, my eyes start to get tired, and having it like dark gray and like purple was, it's okay, but I kind of wanted the blue. I think that's fine. Actually, I don't think I chose this theme. I think this is the default theme. As well, you know, that's what I think. I don't know. Okay, on player invulnerable, right? Did I say it? Invoke, yes. What we could do, we'll do it like that, right? That way. Ooh, that's really good. I like that a lot. That's what we'll do. Alright. Hope that's not an issue. I wonder what's going on here. How come this was okay with it and that one's not? Oh, you know what? Dang it. Because it's not okay with it in general. Is there a way I can like edit this? Visual Studios, please. Can I do something with that? I want to shut that. Yes, it works. Okay. We'll do it like that. Scope is weird, I'm telling you. Okay, all the targeting. That. Yes. Yes. Okay. Like so. And then like so. There you go. Bullet events down. Enemy events down. Target events down. Party events down. Player events down. Oh, that's so much easier on the eyes. Let's do that, right? There you go. Oh shoot, I can... Oops. Let's do that. There you go. Oh my god. It's not bad. Alright, cool. And then the update method. Oh, I'm so good. I can read. I can read. Oh my god. Oh, finally. Okay. This is good. What I wanted was that. And then in other events, I will listen to that event. In the bullet emitter, well, in enemy script, do they have the collider check? Here we are, yeah. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll say, up here, we'll say ge dot on player invulnerable plus equal player oh my god, what's the sound? Oh, I can't read that. It's not following, but thank you for the follow. Lord save me, I'm part of 2 Doom community projects, having 2 maps on one of them, and I'm working on a total conversion of another game into the Doom engine, and I'm making 2 megawads on my own. Anyway, hi, how are you? I'm doing good, thanks for asking. Wow, it sounds like a lot. I don't know how you're managing 2 community projects. I can barely manage my own. But yeah, I mean, good luck. It sounds like you got your hands full. Alright, let's see here. What I need is player invul event. Okay, like so. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna say, hey, put this at the start event. Here we are. We'll say private void vulnerable event, like so, right? And then we'll have a local Boolean variable. Okay. Excuse me. Local Boolean. Call it player vulnerable. Right. And then we'll say that when this event gets called, this boolean becomes true, right? Well, yes, that gets true. And then we'll have another event called player vulnerable, like so. Okay. And same thing, we're going to invoke the event on player vulnerable, like so, right? And have, oh jeez, I don't want 2 instances of enemy. There you go. In the player, we'll call that, right? Should I pass in a boolean? Yes, I should. One has no deadline, the other has a deadline of January 1st, 2022, so I have plenty of time for both. And the 3 mods I'm working on myself has no deadline. Duh. The other has a deadline January 1st, 2022. It's February already. Did you mean 2023? Yeah. Yeah. That sounds fun. Sounds like a lot of work. I'm aiming for a 2023 deadline myself, or at least trying to aim for a late 2022, early 2023 deadline. If not, you know, like worst case would be like summer next year. But that's just for a demo build. I got a long ways to go until then, at least another year, so until then, Just chugging away, grinding away. GE.player invulnerable. We'll pass in active, right? Better yet, we'll pass in invulnerable, right? No, I mean, it's a toggle. It's not that complicated to track, right? Yeah. We'll just say the player invulnerable. Equal player invulnerable question mark. Do true. Right? Otherwise false. Right? It's gonna start off false. Oh, it's gonna instantiate as false, I should say. We'll just use that, right? In game events, I'm gonna get rid of this one because we're just gonna be toggling between the two of them, right? And this gets called every time that this function is active, and that function gets activated on the start and the end of the function, right? Or the ability. Yeah. So there's no way the player can get hurt in that time. So that's alright. I could rely on that logic to simplify my code base. Now what matters is in the trigger, right? Does the enemy have an enemy hitbox or hurtbox? What? Player hurtbox. Oh wait, what am I doing? No, that's not a trigger. What I need is a collision. Here we are. It should be an enter. I'm sorry. This should be an on collider enter. I don't need that event in this. I could just have it in the thing that's controlling the logic for when the player gets hurt. Alright. Simplify the need for that. Oops. Right. There's no need for that, right? So let's just do all of that. There you go. Here we'll just say GE dot, we'll have a private bool, call it invulnerable, right? Then GE dot on player invulnerable plus equal player vulnerable event. Okay. And on the player private void player invulnerable event, we're going to say vulnerable equals vulnerable question mark equals, true, false. There we go, right? Do that. Then what we'll say is, where is it? Down here. if vulnerable, right? We'll just ignore the collider. Oh, wait, no. Hurt player enemy. Where does that get called here? Oh, shoot. Now, you see, the thing is, this only works if I have a collider. Now, the issue is that it won't work on this. Dang it. Because I need to ignore collision between player and enemy. But this collider isn't on the player. Is it? I don't know. Let's check. Oops. Like so. Alright, let's check. Where's Penny's collider? Which one's her collider? Is this one, right? This one's her hurt box. This one's her bullet detection. And it's this collider here. That's the collider. I need to trigger that. I could just do that on the script, can't I? Right? So I don't need all of this. Once again, right? Also, this is enter. Or actually, no. I want it to stay because I'll just run the check in the player script. That's what I wanted. We will do the physics trigger here. We'll say blah public void what's it called, on collider enter, or on collision 2D enter to 2D, like that, right? And then collider 2D other, yeah, like that, right? Something like that, hopefully. We're gonna run the same checks, right? Right? If I'll just say if it isn't terrain and it isn't killbox that I'm colliding against, right? Then it's either a bullet or an enemy or a player, right? Or a partner. And if I should also say or not, whoops, not other dot compare tag. Don't mind me just being consistent and joining likely near the end of the stream. How goes the development? Is Unity fighting you again today? Oh, plenty of fighting with me. Or more accurately, I'm fighting with Unity. And losing. Partner, right? If it's none of that, then it has to be a enemy type or a bullet, right? And if that's the case, right, then it's an enemy. And if it's the player is invulnerable, then oops, shoot, here we are. Copy. Physics 2D dot ignore. There you go. Hopefully that didn't break everything. Oh, I just realized I was only showing Unity this entire time, my bad. Game events on player invulnerable does not exist in the current context. What do you mean? Whatever do you mean? Where? Wait, where? Where is it saying? In the game events 126. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. It should be here. There you go. Cool. And then what else? Any more errors? On collision 2D, the missing. Whoops. Collider 2D other. Wait. Script error on collision enter 2D. The message has a type of collision 2D. Things like that. Okay. Cool. Fingers crossed. Now hopefully when I do nope, it didn't work. Perfect. Dang it. Okay, what's the issue here? Okay, first of all I need to get rid of all the subscribe calls. Debug.log. Okay, I'm tracking everything. Alright. Yeah. Cool. Okay, cool. Oh, that's right. I can't get collider component. It has to be in the player character script. Character info script. How do I do it here? I need to get the. I need to store the collider that actually, you know. Okay, how do I call it? Hurtbox and transparency. Get components of 2D collider 2D, right? I equals 0. 0 equals hurtbox. Rigid collider. Or just call it rigid call. Alright. Rigid call equals C. There you go. Right? And then down here, I'll say it's not other get component collider. We'll call it current character dot rigid call equals that. There you go. Now that should do it. And I need to remember to switch scenes. It works. No, it doesn't. Wait, hold on. It doesn't work. Ah! Or does it? No, it doesn't. Or does it? No, it doesn't. Oh, come on. It doesn't. I pushed him out of the way, but like I can't ignore physics. Yeah. Should though. I don't understand. That's a lot of enemies, by the way. That's a lot of enemies that will be pain to clear through. Also, I should really fix it so that it doesn't just like hurt every single frame that I'm inside the hitbox and don't fly backwards. Oh no. I'll say this, it's really fun to fight them like this. But I need more interesting bullets, ones that orbit around the player and center in on them. But for now, we have some very clearly broken stuff to deal with. Jeez. And for example, dodging through this stuff doesn't work. I'll work through that. Why won't it work through enemy colliders? Okay, how about this? Alright, come on, do that. Cool. If the other collider is enemy, right? Then do it. Oops. I don't know why there were so many of that. Cool. Okay, so the player can dodge through that, but not through enemy collision. Sometimes it seems like the player can. Oh my god. But the player gets pushed. You see what I mean? Like, it's... They don't, like, go away. They just, like, circle in on the player. I forgot to change screen. How am I gonna do this? Am I doing it wrong? On collider, enter. Oh, it's on collision. On collision, enter 2D. what I need is a local storage of the collider. So public collider 2D collider, right? And then we'll say that when we update the player or the character, where is it? Update character is nowhere. It is up nowhere. What the heck? Oh, here. What the heck? Shouldn't be here. Collider equals that. Okay. We'll add it here. There you go. Right. And then is that called here, or do I have to do it myself? I have to do it myself. Cool. Collision 2D. Oops. I'm sorry. What? What's it asking? Script error on collision enter 2D. This message parameter has to be a type of collision 2D. Like that? Collision 2D does not cannot convert Unity Engine Collision 2D to Unity Collider 2D. Collision.GameObject.tag. Oh. I gotta get the game object. There you go. Well, if I'm already on a player trigger, right? We'll just ignore that. We'll just, sorry, we'll do this. On the hurt player event, alright, we'll just say ignore collision of the enemy dot collider. What's the collider of the enemy? Enemy has a collider, right? They have two colliders. One that's a trigger and one that isn't. Yeah. equals get component collider 2D. And then we got collider. Let's hope that works. Oh, nope. Didn't work. Yep, still pushing them. They just orbit around you. That's the only thing. Or maybe it's working. Nope, I'm still pushing them. Or maybe I am going through them. Nope, they're stopping me. So that's possible. So let's set Penny's cooldown on her ability to be 0. Let's do that. Alright. And then let's test that. Hey guys, come on, summon a bunch more enemies. I need this. Yep, see? I'm still pushing them. That's not it. Enemy collision script on enemy collision script. Object reference not set to an instance of an object. Enemy collision script. We have a script for that? Oh my god, we do. What am I doing? Why would I want to write the collision script here when I could do it over there? Right? Here. We'll say public void on trigger enter 2D, right? Collider 2D other. There you go. I forgot the script existed. That's not good. That's not good at all. Oh, but I'll have to get a see, that's the thing. I'll need to get a cache of the player. How's this gonna work? Let me check. On trigger 2D enter. Right? We only care when it enters, right? When it exits, doesn't matter. Both game objects report the collision. Right? Okay, sure. But physics 2D, ignore collision. Collider 1, collider 2. Huh. What I'm thinking is has a few limitations. It is not persistent. That means that the ignore collision state will not be stored in the editor when saving a scene. Only apply the ignore collision to colliders in active game objects. When deactivating a collider, the ignore collision state will be lost. You have to call physics 2D ignore collision again. Physics 2D ignore collision, and then get the component collider. Okay. See, that's the thing. This character script will get the collider, right? Okay, well, first of all, let me check if this is true. Right? What collider did you get here? So I got 3 colliders. Sure, the enemy script has the collider, but I'm not sure if it has the right one. See, what I can do is I can do this. If we'll say get components, right? Collider 2D, like so. Right, get components, and then we'll store that in a 2D, right? Call it C, right? And then for each collider 2D, C in C, right? We will say C if C dot is trigger, right? The inverse of that, then collider equals C. That, right? Unfortunately, that's how work with colliders are annoying, but yeah. How am I gonna do this though? It's either in the player or in the enemy, right? Does the enemy have a stored player? No, they don't. I want to keep it that way. It's the player. It's up to the player. If the player wants to not interact with the enemy, then it shouldn't. You know what I mean? And the only time that's gonna happen is here. Right? We'll say if invulnerable, right? Then just ignore the enemy. Else if, right? And we don't need the second conditional check, 'cause we already checked, right? Ignore. There you go. Collider, da 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 da, right? Now with the player collider, or player hurt box, it doesn't care. It's just gonna report the trigger, right? In which case, we'll just say, hey, don't pay attention to it. Likewise over here, right? Well, bullets don't have colliders. We already ignored them, right? Okay. Still interacting with them. Now why? Still interacting with them. Wonder why. Let's see here. Penny has this is her rigid body. Yeah? So it makes the collision detection system ignore all collisions / triggers between collider 1 and collider 2. Ignoring collisions refer to any type of interaction between the selected colliders, i.e. no collision or trigger interaction will occur. Collision layers are first checked to see the two layers can interact, and if not, then no interactions will take place. Following that, ignoring specific colliders, interactions will occur. Ignore collisions has a few limitations. It is not persistent. You cannot apply the ignore collider to colliders in active game objects. The colliders in active game objects. What does that mean? When deactivating the collider, the collision, ignore collision state will be lost. Oh, is it a state? Can I see that? The collision? Ignore collision? Where does it say it? I can get a get ignore collision. Checks whether that will do that. You know what? Let's do that. Let's say in the player script. Do a debug.log, right? That. Hopefully that'll do it. Public static bool. Okay, so it should return true or false, right? So let's do that. Okay, cool. I am not getting a debug statement. Oh, you know why? You know, I think I know why. So what's going on is that the player will collide with the enemy, right? In the hurt box, right? You'll collide with the enemy and you'll call the component, the event get hurt, right? Or hurt player enemy. Pass in the enemy script, right? That's the moment that the player touches them, right? And then I subscribe to this event, hurt player enemy event, right? And if you're invulnerable, you'll cast this logic, right? Am I invulnerable when I do that? Player invulnerable. Yeah, the player is. I did the check state, did I not? Debug.log, physics 2D, ignore. This method's being completely written over. Because you can't call this if you're ignoring it. Right? Collider 1, Collider 2, but it's not the trigger. That logic only works for the triggers, right? On trigger, stay. So let's have that, right? And then let's just manually trigger. Oh, we can't. The logic doesn't work that way. See that? They're interacting with the player when they shouldn't be able to. That's just not possible. Shouldn't be. On trigger, exit. That's a lot of enemies. Enemy collision script on 2D. On trigger exit 2D. Here's how I can tell. You know what? Let's do this. Do collider dot set active false. Okay. And we'll do the same thing for the enemy collider. You know what? What we should be able to see. Oh, component. The 2D component should I can't set active. That's not how that works. Oh, dude. It's a collision. It's not just like a trigger, you know what I mean? It's a collision. So what I need to pass through is the collision. So on the player hurt box, right? Public void. Oops. Public void that, right? Collision 2D. Call it other. Right? If other dot game object dot enemy, right? If it's an enemy, then ignore it or try to, right? Call that, right? The player dot collider, right? And then other dot get component. Well, yeah, component enemy, right? That should handle it, hopefully. ge dot oops ge dot on player invulnerable. plus equal player invulnerable event. Right. We'll call it void private void. Okay. We're gonna have a private bool invulnerable. Okay. Vulnerable equals invulnerable question true false. Right. And then and vulnerable is true. Then do that. Otherwise don't. Right? Like that. Now we don't have to worry about that. Because apparently I don't know how to handle that. Give that a try. Collider 2D does not contain a component for get component. Oops. Oh, still working. Jeez. I don't know, guys. I'll tell you what. I'll figure this out later, but for now, I think I'm gonna end the stream, take a break, cause jeez, I've been at it, and that coffee is still messing me up. So I'm gonna call the stream here, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Catch you guys later. Peace. Later, Pixis. Bye bye.